Triple M live across Queensland. This is the Rush Hour with AB and Elliot. Chad Townsend, co-captain of the North Queensland Cowboys, is here as well. It feels really odd breaking down a game that happened 5 days ago, but to kick off round 6, you guys, with what was a gutsy win against the Raiders, when they started, they're up 12-0 after not long. It looked like it could be a point a minute. How did you guys go about in the maybe 15th to 20th minute finding a way to get back into the contest? Because they talk about momentum being so hard to swing.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we definitely missed the start, and I think, but for me, I was always confident in us and in us coming back and winning, to be honest. I think the turning point, and people have laughed and mentioned to me the captain's challenge from Ruben, which was obviously, what it was. But
nothing in it, yeah.
To me, and we got the challenge wrong, but it gave us a chance to sort of zone in and have a chat and a breather before we went back into defending our try line. And we defended the Raiders. We turned them away. I think Val might have taken someone over the sideline. Yep. And then we got the ball back. We completed. We got ourselves back into the game. So for me, that was a really big turning point because 12-0, 18-0 was a lot different. So we went into the sheds, obviously down 12-0. Todd was really calm, really, really calm. Everyone spoke really calm. And then we just spoke about getting back out there and doing what we trained for during the week, and we did that.
I always wonder, and I'm curious, because you could assume that someone like, Desi or Ricky Stewart, you don't want to be in the sheds with them at halftime if it's not going well. I imagine it's a lot of yelling. What is Todd's go-to approach?
Yeah, look, Todd was very, like I said, he was very calm on Thursday night, and I think it was the fact because he knew we weren't playing our best, but we were down 12-0. And 12-0 in the modern game, it's not too bad. I mean, fixable. You get a little bit of momentum, you get some field position, you get some repeat sets, put a bit of pressure on, then all of a sudden you get some points. And we were actually able to do that. We fixed our completion rate up in the second half. We didn't give away those silly penalties. Our discipline was a lot better. Our kicking game, we forced them to come out of their corners. And then we just sort of built our game. We didn't try and come out and throw the ball around willy-nilly early in the second half. We built our game where we scored a try, completed, put some pressure back on the Raiders, and then we were good enough in the end to come away with a good win.
There's so many players we could look at. The fact that Reuben Cotter is a wild man, the flying mullet that runs into the biggest blokes on the field. But we love seeing players silence critics, and we're talking about Dave Fafita doing that the last couple of weeks. Valentine Holmes has gotten better and better every game this season. To watch him Thursday night was an absolute joy.
Yeah,
masterclass.
Definitely. And I think his form this year has been exceptional, and we speak about the ability of him to come into a new position to centre where he's played one game last year, which was the only game of his career. He's done the whole preseason at left centre. He's come in, he's really attacked the position. He's learnt. The hardest thing for him was probably going to be the defensive reads and the defensive movements, and he's really excelled at that. And obviously we know the prowess he brings in attack. But for me, on the weekend, that try he scored, why is the left centre in the middle of the field catching a pass and scoring under the black dot?
You said that he didn't know, that wasn't planned.
So it wasn't. It was just sort of, get the ball and sort of throws it back into a bit of space. And
we wouldn't have known. It looked planned.
And Val said to me, he goes, I didn't even know who that ball was for. I just saw it and went and grabbed it. And that's the type of... that's the type of player that he is.
That's communication.
When he wants to go for a game like that, he can be a strike centre, and he's proving that, and he's showing that week in, week out at the moment.
Well, Titans and Cowboys head-to-head this Saturday night. If you in the northern parts of Queensland travelling to the game, grab yourself tickets because that will be an absolute belter. The old bull, Chad Townsend, taking on the young calf, which is Toby Sexton. He looks a bit like you're better looking, but he looks like... He's a younger version of you.
Now they're going to be face-to-face psyching out.
Absolutely. Chad Townsend
it's a mirror.
Is sticking around on the Rush Hour because coming up next, a new activity that he could be taking up with his wife. I know that you and your partner do this, AB. I think it's a terrible
really
idea.
Sus.
I would never do this with
a
Abby.
Sporting activity.
That sounds as bad as it did to start with. We'll get into it next on Triple M.